this idea of paying attention to the trends, understanding how they are the same or different from the past. Is that true?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. And then, but like the example that you just gave of that, originally 10 years ago, it was all about scale. And that was like the big trend word, I would say, because that's kind of, I've been in business now for 11 years too. And it was like everything was about scale, scale, scale. And
Yeah.
then it was now, and actually, I talked to a lot of business owners that are thinking about this idea of selling the business and like, do you build like built to sell, right? Which is really popular book. People, it's like, are you actually building a business that you can sell at some point?
Right.
So I love that you commented on those two things because those really resonate of like, yeah, I've heard those. I also in my own business see different things that clients are now more focused on when I get this more, maybe more micro, of getting more into the micro of like, what do they really want me to either show them and or help them when it comes to the like sales conversation and what it was 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, or frankly, even a year ago, I'm starting to see things are shifting in the things that they're wanting me to focus on with them.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because I think it's a really good example where it's like I was trained in sales and let's call it like when 2011, 2012, and I like fell into a sales role without taking ownership over it. Got trained up in like Sandler, right, which is
Hmm.
a
Yeah.
classic sales training method.
Yep.
And everything was about like just get them on a call and like get to close on the call. Don't do this email jockeying thing. Limit the amount of information that's projected outside of the call. And that's gradually changed a lot where it's like now and I believe that for years, and I don't believe it as much anymore for me personally. And there's different schools of thought on this, but in that I think the process of like selling and educating and all this sort of thing, I think it's changing. I think like a lot, and to get tactical, a lot more of the sales that we're seeing work and a lot of like what we're doing is like using Loom and like building connections through that. And you're having, go here, I need you to read this and consume this information first. You get on that call, the person hasn't consumed the information. It's like, well, do I want to spend 30 minutes with you or an hour with you just wasting time? Like, not so much because there's so much else to do and there's so many other distractions now. So these things just they move and there's trends. And I think like the hard thing is being able to balance the timeless stuff that works with how the world's changing.